So whether you're a full-time student or a part-time student trying to juggle work and school life, or family life and school life, or family life, work and school life, there are many reasons that we can go through stress. And so I just wanted to share 5 of my favorite tips to de-stress. So the first tip I have is to plan or prepare. And so a lot of times I think I have just so much to do and I feel overwhelmed just thinking about all the things I have to do. But I realize that if I write it all down on paper and I prioritize and then I look at my list, I realize, I can manage this. And then I just set which ones are important that I need to do, and then maybe some other things that can wait a little bit. But seeing it all on paper and being able to prepare for it in the next day or week and planning for it, it makes it a little bit easier for me to de-stress when I realize, you know what, I can do this. The second thing I do to help me de-stress is to make time for myself. And this is so important because when you're busy, especially when you're taking care of family members or you have a job where you have stuff that you have to do, that you can easily neglect yourself. And so setting time, even putting it in the calendar and telling yourself, this is the time that I'm going to set for myself to do what I want to do, to take care of myself. And so I love to read. And so at the end of the day, I schedule time for myself for the last half hour or even an hour sometimes before I go to bed. I set time to read or to write or to just do something fun just for myself and then not feel guilty about it. A third way that I love to de-stress is to exercise, setting that time out to take care of myself. And so every morning I plan to have a little bit of daily exercise, whether I'm looking on YouTube for some exercise or dance video or yoga or taking a walk around the neighborhood, either by myself or with friends. But I'm setting time to exercise, taking care of my health, taking care of my body, and setting that time for myself to make sure that I get that done. It really helps my mind to calm down and to be able to sort through things better when I make time to exercise each day. The fourth tip that I have is to journal. Just like I feel that exercise is important for my body, journaling is so important for my mind. Just to be able to have that safe space to free my mind of clutter and to be able to focus on my own thoughts, to be able to write it down any way I want without critique from anybody else, knowing that that's my own space. Journaling has been one of my favorite ways to de-stress, and I do that on a regular basis also. The fifth tip I have is social support. It is really hard to do this alone, to go through life alone, and to have social support, to have family members or friends that you can talk to or get together with. I know that I'm making this during the pandemic. It's been kind of hard to get together with friends, but I've planned some socially distanced walks. I talk on the phone, talk through Zoom. There's different ways that you can see and talk to people. And so even after the pandemic is over, you can still use these tools to help you connect with others. But then just having regular time with friends and family that you can talk to and who can give you that support is essential. And since you stayed to the end of this video, I want to give you a bonus one. I didn't want to include this in the main 5 because it's kind of different, but for me, it has helped me tremendously. I can't stand clutter. And so my bonus way of de-stressing is to declutter. Like I pick different areas of a house, maybe a room, maybe a closet, maybe a drawer, but I just go through it and toss things, or I just organize it, put it in a more easier to find things. For example, my batteries, they were all over the place. They were in this box, and whenever I wanted a certain type of battery, I didn't know if I had it or not. I had to search through this big box, and maybe I'd find the AAA ones that I was looking for, and sometimes I didn't. I'd be, oh no, I have no more, I have to go get it. So then what I did was I organized it, and I organized it by battery type, and I put each type in a separate box, and now they're in a drawer and I can see them. And so it is just so much so much freer to be able to see something that's organized, and now I can find it without stressing, do I have any more of that type of battery? So decluttering, that has helped me a lot to get rid of things, and just to get, it kind of ties in with the mental clutter. When I have too much stuff around the house, I feel sort of trapped and stuck. And so by decluttering physical things, I feel freer mentally. So that's my bonus. So I hope these tips help you. These are just, there's many ways to de-stress, of course, and I hope that you find your way, the way that helps you the most. I just wanted to share some tips, because I know I always like to learn new tips to help myself calm down and not feel so overwhelmed, because life is meant to be enjoyed. And sometimes when we find ourselves overstressed and overworked and overwhelmed, we can't. And so it's important to take those moments to take care of yourself and find ways to de-stress.